My name is Fabio Incontri, and I'm a DiNapoli expert from Brazil. There are two main parts in this video, a fundamental approach and a technical approach.
Hi, I'm Joe DiNapoli. Welcome to the DiNapoli Leading Indicator YouTube channel. Your look into the future.
But before we dive into the technical side, and I know that's what you are here for, we first need to understand the why behind the fundamentals of Bitcoin. I just created an interactive video to make the fundamentals of Bitcoin easier to understand. It's short, visual, and designed to level up your understanding fast. So, let's watch it together. This is Bitcoin. It's not just an investment. It's not just a tech fad. It's not just a way to get rich quick. The truth is it was created for something much bigger. In 2008, during one of the biggest financial crises in history, a mysterious figure or group of people known as Satoshi Nakamoto released a document called the Bitcoin White Paper. It introduced a radical idea, a peer-to-peer digital money system that didn't rely on banks or governments. Fast forward to today, Bitcoin has grown into a global phenomenon. But what exactly is it? How does it work? And why does it matter? Let's start at the beginning. In the not-so-distant past, money was physical. We exchanged gold and silver coins for goods and services. Then came the paper money, which represented a certain amount of gold. But over time, this changed. Now most of the money we use is digital. It's just numbers on a screen, controlled by banks and governments. But there's a problem with this system. Over time, the money we use loses value. Governments print more and more of it, which dilutes its purchasing power. Banks charge fees or can freeze your funds if you break the rules. They can even censor your access to your own money. So what's the solution? A better way to think about money. Bitcoin was created as a digital cash system, a way to send value from one person to another without the need for a bank or a middleman. At its core, Bitcoin is a decentralized network built on blockchain. Think of blockchain as a digital ledger that records every transaction. It's public, transparent, and permanent. No one can erase or alter the records. But how are these transactions verified? That's where mining comes in. Bitcoin mining is the process of using computing power to verify and add new transactions to the blockchain. Miners are rewarded with Bitcoin for their services. Here's another important concept: nodes. These are the computers that store a copy of the entire blockchain. Anyone can download the blockchain and run a node. It's a way to participate in the network and help keep it secure. Now let's talk about supply. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins. This scarcity is intentional. It means that Bitcoin can't be devalued by someone printing more of it. In fact, the supply is programmed to decrease over time. Currently, new Bitcoins are created at a rate of around 18 per hour. But after all 21 million Bitcoins are mined, the rate will drop to zero. Finally, let's talk about permission. With traditional finance, you need permission to use it. A bank can deny your access. For any reason or no reason at all, Bitcoin is permissionless. Anyone in the world can use it. You don't need to ask for permission. You just use it. Self-custody is one of the core principles of Bitcoin and one of the most powerful reasons it exists in the first place. But if you are a long-term investor or holder, you must understand and take control of your money. Self-custody is one of the core principles of Bitcoin and one of the most powerful reasons it exists in the first place. When you hold your Bitcoin in self-custody, meaning in a wallet you control, not on an exchange, you gain true ownership, not just a balance on a screen, but actual control over your money. Self-custody sounds complicated. I'm not technical. I'll just leave my Bitcoin on the exchange, it's easier.
I get it. Learning something new, especially when it involves money and responsibility, can feel overwhelming. But let me tell you something very real. It's only hard until you learn it once. After that, it becomes second nature and it gives you real freedom. Here's the truth. If you're too lazy or afraid to take ownership of your own Bitcoin, you're not really using Bitcoin, you're just participating in another form of centralized finance and you're exposed to the same risks that Bitcoin was created to eliminate. Governments can go down, governments can freeze your money, your stock, any of your assets, governments can intervene, but self-custody protects you from all of that. If you don't learn self-custody, you will get left behind. Because the future of Bitcoin is about sovereignty. The people who take the time to learn, to practice, to secure their wallets, those are the ones who will thrive when it matters most. The tools are better and safer than ever. The information is free. And once you go through it, you'll wonder why you didn't do it sooner. Bottom line, if you're serious about Bitcoin, you can't afford to be lazy about custody. Learn it now while it's easy, not later, when it's urgent. So let's recap. Bitcoin is decentralized, it's unstoppable, it's permissionless, it's also not controlled by any single entity. No government, no bank, no corporation. It belongs to us, it belongs to everyone who wants to use it. So why does any of this matter? Because Bitcoin gives power back to the people. It gives us a new way to think about money, a new way to conduct our financial lives. In a world where trust in institutions is fading, Bitcoin offers something different. It's a way to opt out of the old system and take control of our own money. It's a way to participate in a new system that is more fair, more transparent, and more secure. And it's not just some abstract idea, it's happening right now. Millions of people around the world are using Bitcoin. They're buying it, selling it, investing it, spending it. It's becoming more and more accepted every day. So the next time you hear about Bitcoin, don't just think of it as a risky investment or a tech fad or a way to get rich quick, because the truth is, it's much bigger than that. It's a revolution. A revolution in the way we think about money, a revolution in the way we conduct our financial lives. It's a revolution that gives power back to the people.
I hope you enjoyed this video and it helped you understand Bitcoin fundamentals more clearly. Please subscribe, share, and don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. Now we are going to dive deeper into my technical analysis here in this video. And if you would like to learn more about DiNapoli techniques, you can watch Intro to Trading with DiNapoli levels after this video. We have included the link in the description below. Let's take a look at this chart. It's a yearly chart of Bitcoin versus the US dollar. Bitcoin is still a new asset compared to many others. It's only about 12 years old. Because of that, it doesn't give us quite a bit of historical data. But even so, we can clearly see Bitcoin strong appreciation against the US dollar and its solid upward structure over the time. Another thing to note here is how Bitcoin has broken through key resistance levels and is now pointing strongly to the upside. This shows how powerful this move has been, even on such a higher time frame. We also have an XOP at 127. This is an important resistance level that you should keep in mind. Knowing these major resistance levels in advance help you plan ahead and avoid making the mistake of buying blindly into strong resistance. Now let's take a look at this quarterly chart and its key resistance. We recently had a correction from these key levels, but Bitcoin went back up, showing strong momentum. This is exactly why looking at multiple time frames is so important. You look at the big mountain ahead of you, not the little bumps on the road. On this quarterly chart, we can see that the trend is still intact. It's important to know we are reaching significant resistance level. When prices hit these levels, it can cause a sharp reaction or correction. Having these levels mapped out means you won't be buying blind into strength. If you know this level ahead of time, you are ready for how price might react. A sharp reaction from resistance can give you the possibility to short this market on other time frames. This is more speculative and not for everyone, but it's an option for experienced trades. I won't get deep into that here because my focus is the larger picture. The key is you know the level and you know what could happen next. One key thing I'm watching is our directional signal. My technique tells me it's bullish, and my technical analysis tells me we are going higher. It's not just about price action. These indicators confirms what the structure is showing us. We also have the 3x3 truss and the directional signal both pointing up. When you see tools like this aligning on a higher time frame, it gives you more confidence. So always remember, use multiple time frames, know your levels, and trust your tools. Keep an eye on the directional signal and the 3x3 truss. When they align with your levels, you have a higher probability setup. And that's what trading is about. Now let's move to the monthly chart. What you see here is a strong upward move. The trend is cleared up on the MAC predictor. It's interesting to note that the market held strong against what could have been a trend change, and instead pushed sharply higher. Selling was rejected, those sales orders were absorbed. We can see clear evidence of strong dynamic buying pressure on this chart. When you see price behavior like this on a monthly time frame, it gives valuable information about the strength of the buyers and the conviction behind this trend. It's also important to note that these charts give us new resistance points. One resistance level, TLP, has formed just above the level of the quarterly chart. Right now, the market is working around these resistance levels. Keep that in mind. We have now multiple resistance levels from different time frames clustered close together. This is a key information for planning your next move. Now I'm going for my final considerations. Given the long-term fundamentals of Bitcoin and the technical context, we have a bullish market that points to reaching the higher levels already shown in this video. No matter what people say in the mainstream media or what big influencers says, things like Bitcoin is going to the moon, Bitcoin is dead, don't follow it. Do your own analysis based on fundamentals and technique. Never let yourself get emotional, greedy, or fearful.
If you've gotten this far, you've seen at least one of our videos. We've been at this for 40 years. Long time. We've been teaching traders just like you. If you want to experience the amazing power of DiNapoli leading indicators, go to fibtrader.com. You'll find a variety of products there that'll help you learn this material. You know, everybody's got a trading solution for you. Best material possible, right? Well, we're the only ones with high quality technical leading indicators. You can't find it anywhere else. We thought about this though, and we have a recommendation for you. First of all, the book is absolutely critical. You can't get away without it. Get the book, study the book, get on the forums. They're free if you buy the book, and get your questions answered. Then there's Peter Van Wyck's D-Level Financial Forecast. We think it's unrivaled as an educational source, and it's packed full of trading ideas in a variety of markets. But you're going to need some knowledge to understand it, and that's why we recommend you get the book and study it first. The links are below. Finally, Right up there in the corner, there's an introductory video done by Peter Van White. It's worth you checking out. Good luck and good trading.